travel and apparel. It's story time. This is how I got into the safari and tour endorsement world. Years ago, I ran a film production company. I have worked with television before. I've hosted television shows before. I began not with super formal training. I was just fascinated with filming wildlife. I filmed everything. I started, the very first video I ever did was a cat, one of my cats in the house. And then I just started taking my camera and I would walk into the bush here in my area of Canada, British Columbia. And I would film bighorn sheep, I'd film eagles, hawks, coyotes, bears. I spent a lot of time in the bush just filming and practicing. What I lacked was really the skill set to be able to put it all together. So I poured myself into months of learning how to edit on a professional level. Then I volunteered at a television station here in Kamloops. For 2 years I volunteered, and I learned everything about pre-post production, how to do sizzle reels, how to literally create a 30-minute television show, a 1-hour television show. I learned it all. It was that skill set from learning that that eventually got me noticed on a greater scale, and I was requested to go and film for a what would you call them? So it wasn't an NGO, it was a charity basically for people that rescue dogs and cats throughout the world. So I was sent to Bosnia, Serbia, Turkey, and I filmed a full production for this charity association. The following year, that led me to Africa, where I was filming a documentary on poaching and its impact. And I wanted to, well, I don't want to go fully in depth with that, but I'll explain that a little bit later on. But because I met so many people from numerous different countries in Africa, locals, smaller tour operators, conservation teams, anti-poaching rangers, you name it, I ended up getting the contacts for amazing tour companies and amazing accommodations to stay at. And I would go, like I was there in Africa for 3 months, and then I went back again for another 3 months filming more of this documentary. And then it just became a little bit more and more that people were like, oh, you go to the coolest places, can I come with you? And I'm like, yeah, come, sure, why not? And then it just got bigger and bigger, to the point where people would only go if I endorsed it as being a great place to go. Great people, great accommodations, great wildlife. And it just slowly built more and more and more. I'm a traveler. I still travel all the time. And when I find places that I love, I recommend them. I endorse them. And it has just kind of grown from there. It was a unplanned career change. I love it. I absolutely love it. I take all the legwork out of trying to find the right place to go, the right people, the right accommodations. I just make it easy because I've been there. I've slept in the bed. I've ate the food. I know what modern amenities they have. I know the routes they take. I know all the logistics. And I approve or decline based on what I think is acceptable. Again, going with the head of conservation and wildlife awareness. So that's how it started. And now I personally do tour lead maybe 2 safaris a year, and that's it. Everywhere else, you absolutely still can go to all of these places, all of these safaris that I have endorsed. I just don't tour lead it. Again, I am a traveler. I love to travel. I love seeing new places. So I can't be spending all my traveling time taking people on safari. So that's why I've limited it to about 2 a year. And that's kind of it. So generally in the spring, around February, March, and then again around October, November, somewhere in there. The spots usually fill up very quickly for the ones that I personally tour lead. So if you see them come up and you want to go with me, that's awesome. I'd love to have you join me. You can meet all those little inside connections that I have. But it is not a must. It actually is cheaper if I don't go with you, because my expenses got to be covered. Simple as that. And y'all are going to be paying for it. So anyways, that is how I started in the travel endorsement field. I still am on the final stages of that documentary that I mentioned earlier, and I will be continuing to film wildlife because that is my passion. My absolute favorite is ultra high speed film, which is basically super, super slow motion. That is my favorite. That is my niche. That is my passion. I love to show animals differently than everybody else. So there you go. So if you come on safari with me, you see me bring out my big camera, you know what I'm doing. All right, take care. There you go. Now you know.